So I'd like to share some thoughts with you guys on the topic of starting something new, which is something I've been thinking about quite a lot lately, especially in connection with this YouTube channel. And the conclusion I arrived to is that starting something new is not about perfection, but it's more about clarity and commitment. So first, why is waiting for perfection a trap? The first reason is that simply perfection doesn't exist. So if you have a mindset that only strives for perfection, it might be a delusion, and it might be something through which we are sabotaging ourselves. The second reason is that waiting for perfection usually delays action and often leads to inaction. But this doesn't mean that since perfection is unreal, we should just start, because that can be an obstacle as well. So when does waiting make sense? Or what does it make sense to wait for? The first thing is, which is crucially important, is to feel connected with the endeavor. If we don't do that, we might start pouring energy into something that later on might not give us what we wanted. So the first thing is we make sure that the reason we are engaging with that endeavor deeply resonates with us, and we make sure why we are going to do that before engaging with it. The second thing that I think is really important is to clearly define your goals and aspirations that you have by engaging with that endeavor. And by answering this question, we might find more about our why we are going to do that. So up to this stage, we have been building clarity. The next stage is building commitment. So we have reflected deeply on our motivations. We have envisioned our goals. At that point, we define concrete, actionable steps to get there. So we create a plan that is going to be realistic and sustainable. And at that point, we commit fully, not just in the short term, but for the long run. And here our motivation and how deeply it resonates within ourselves is going to make all the difference in keeping us pushing forward enthusiastically. Another aspect of importance is following through, and how to make sure of that is a matter of habit and self-conditioning. One thing is the habit of finishing what we start, which is something I've talked about in a previous video. Completing tasks strengthens confidence and trust in ourselves. The other part is that a sustainable start is better than an impulsive one. If we start based on impulsivity and lack of reflection, chances are that we are going to abandon that endeavor eventually. So these are the thoughts I really want to share with you guys today. Let me know in the comments what works for you when you start new activities, and what is going to make sure that you stick to your commitments to achieve your goals and aspirations.